Hello and welcome to NSK's PV Power Hour for May 19th, 2018. My name is Yoshi. This is a podcast about Japanese idols brought to you by Schook Kaidan.com, and I'm joined, as always, by Charlie Draco Cowden. What's up?
It's very dead today. The internet is like dead.
I'm okay with this.
There's nobody on Discord. There's nobody on IRC.
The internet, you know what? The internet is a great thing, but it's also a bad thing, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I think I'm okay with that. We all need to not be so reliant on the internet. So,
Sometimes we need a break.
yep. Unfortunately, we don't get a break this week because we have to do this on the internet and talk about idols via a YouTube, which you need internet access for.
Yep.
So here we go. Let's start talking about Equal Love. Oh my God, they won't stop releasing B-sides, apparently.
Apparently.
Yep. So, yeah, it's another B-side. And this is a B-side about, what's her name? Kiara? I don't know her first name, because whatever.
I don't know. White.
No, she's pink.
She's wearing a white scarf.
Oh, that's true. But her jacket is pink.
And I'm pretty sure the scarves are actually member colors.
Yeah, that makes sense. Saito. There we go. Saito Kiara. So she's apparently the idol of the group. I don't know. I guess like the Maishima Ami kind of.
She's the real idol, huh?
Yeah, because everyone the lyric is like, oh, everyone's idol, Kiara-chan, and I'm like, oh, okay. So everyone else is not.
She's the Mina no idol. The idol for everyone.
Right. So okay, I'm like, okay, sure. I don't know a single Equal Love member, but now I know one. So that's cool, I guess. That's a very good stealth marketing, except it's not really stealth. I just wanted to use that word because it was a trending word in Japan a couple years ago. Uh,
A
so
couple of years ago.
yeah, it was been a couple years since that term stealth marketing was huge in Japan.
So Japan's behind us by 5 years, and we're behind Japan by 2.
Yeah, it's a never-ending trail of like delayedness. So I don't know if we want to talk about the PV or the song first here.
I don't have a whole lot to say about the song, so
Yeah, the song by Kaidan.
it's okay.
Yeah, it sounds like Zetto Densetsu kind of Kaidan stuff.
It's a light version of that.
Yeah, very light. It's not aggressive. It's much more on the cutesy side.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's not nearly as. I don't think it's as catchy either.
it's not. Kaidan's been
No,
slacking.
no,
I'm
Kenny. No, it does not mean it's automatically good.
Kaidan's been slacking, honestly.
It just means that there's a higher expectation for it and a bigger fall when it sucks.
Yep. Yeah, so he's been writing less and less music, at least for idols. It seems like he's been spreading
Yeah.
his wings to his solo work or non-idol artists. We see him from time to time, but the last Kaidan song I really liked was .jp Japan from 2 years ago, so it's been a while for me. And during that time, he wrote a song for like Baby Raids, Idol Rock, I Dolan Rock or something like that. That song was okay, but not good, not great. So
Yeah.
it's been kind of misses for me.
I don't remember the last one that I really liked from him. I'm trying to think. I want to say he did a song for Sachi Hoko, but
I wouldn't doubt it. I can't think of a Shachihoko song off the top of my head that he did, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
I can't either. But yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, this song just feels like, yeah, Zeta Densetsu light, and
It's not bad. It's got its
fine.
moments.
Yeah, just the vocal delivery is very weak and more on the idly side and less on the aggressively in-your-face Momoclo side. So, a song like this by Kaidan comes with that expectation of being kooky and I don't know, just energetic, and it doesn't come off
cheesy side.
Yeah, for sure. This doesn't come off that way. This comes off very like, hey, we're idols trying to do a Momoclo song. He tee hee tee hee. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Yep. That is what it feels like. And the PV is
oh god,
the shittiest ripoff of a Momoclo PV I've ever seen.
Is it even a ripoff? This is a ripoff of the B-side PV we talked about last week because all the shots are literally above their chest. They spent no money on this PV.
It's got the fence from Trimax.
Yes.
In the background.
Yeah,
It's got the flames from something, not Momoclo.
Uh-huh.
It's got the whole, like, Super Sentai...
Yes, I mean...
Shoujo manga...
That's exactly what they're going for, right? The song is about, like, hey, Kiara's here to save you, or, it's literally her being a superhero, and she's gonna save the idol industry. I don't know what she's gonna save, but
I don't know.
The lyrics are literally like, go ahead, go forth.
Yeah.
You're a fighter.
It's it's got that Power Ranger, Kamen Rider, magical girl theme to it.
I think it's definitely more Sentai.
Yeah.
In the feel. But the thing is, they don't really do anything though.
They don't.
They just kind of pose.
Like, here, put this scarf on, because that's, like the Kamen Rider thing. And here, you got this watch that, is supposed to be your whatever transformation device. And it's like cheesily freaking terrible freaking CG work on it. To make it look like it's some sort of, like, actual device that they'd have in a Sentai. And then it's freaking single person shots above the chest.
Yeah, it's
just freaking bust shots.
I wish they killed like the previous B-side we talked about last week, the Bukatsu ni Mega ao nante motte tanda, which was basically this PV, but set in a school, right? Yeah. Not that this has a setting. This is just the chain link fence behind them. But I wish they took that PV and just gave the budget to this, and maybe they could go outside and actually run and be like actiony, while they're fake running in place with their hands like going up and down like this. It looks so stupid.
And the one girl dodging just looks absolutely terrible because she drops out of frame. God.
It's not even like it's so good that it's so bad that it's cheesy, but it's good. Like, it doesn't loop around, No. When things are bad and cheesy, it kind of loops around from time to time and it becomes good and enjoyable. Yeah. This is not that. This just is... PV is just bad in a cheesy way.
It's not even a cheesy way. It's just lame.
I mean, the actions, like the running and like fake stunt stuff is just... Why? Why would you... God, clearly there's no budget here.
No, because they couldn't even do half decent CG work. the CG work is like even below, Denpagumi's old stuff.
Denpagumi's PVs looked great. They had great CG work and fun sets.
Paint splashes and stuff were kind of...
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah,
the paint splashes, that's all they do.
And this is even below that.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely... For a group that, has a lot of money, I would think.
At least a lot of backing. It's
got
a lot of
think
push.
Maybe they just haven't done very well. That's how this comes off.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's just not... Yeah. I mean, they blew all the budget right at the beginning for those red flames. Those are like the most realistic thing in the whole...
No, they blew the budget for that PV we talked about a couple weeks ago where the two girls were in love with each other but they couldn't like be together because there's a third girl, and then the one other girl was in love with the teacher. Remember that one? And the phone out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blew the budget on that, so they're like, "Oh, we don't have any budget for the B-sides." Shoot.
Sorry, she got all these grand ideas, and then yeah, we don't have the money for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sashi's idea was, let's get a song from Kaidan. That'll get some fans to talk about us, because Kaidan's established and well known. But then
Yeah.
the song is kind of meh, and the PV is this. So
Yeah.
ugh.
And there's rain streaks or something onto the video that just look. Why?
God, this is the worst PV. Just any PV where the entire PV is just shots of them above the chest and no action and no dynamic camera movements.
I mean, there's action, but yeah, there's definitely no camera movement.
And the action is in place and standing around. And when you shoot a PV with just above the chest, right? You've seen like behind the scenes footage where idols pose for the camera, right? When they do like the photo shoots, and then the camera guy is just like taking a billion pictures, and the idols are like doing different poses like this. Like every shot is different, and they're doing different poses, every second or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They do every single pose in this PV that is under the roof in the sun, and it's just, what more can you do to make this PV visually interesting? When you shoot everything above the chest, there's only like so many hand movements you can do, like a fist pump and a heart and a index finger flick and in a no sign. Like it's very limited.
The cringe because she's getting shot at.
It's so stupid.
And there's like almost no facial expressions.
I mean, they're trying to be serious, right? Because they're like Sentai heroes or whatever.
I don't know about that.
You want to rate it?
I'm gonna dump the PV because there's just there's so much more they could have done with this idea that they just, oh yeah, we want to do that in front of a chain link fence. So sad. I'll shelf this song. It's not a bad song, but it's yeah, it's missing that hook that Kaidan normally has that really makes you want to listen to it.
Yeah, same. Dump the PV, shelf the song. That's Equal Love, Kiara Tuscany Kitazo. Next up, PassCode. The song's called Ray. The ray of nothing, because there's no light.
Well, there's a mirror at the beginning.
Yeah, but I guess they're in a studio. Usually the ray is like the sun, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not some, 2,000-watt halogen floodlight.
Right. Yeah. So this PV, let's talk about the PV then. It's literally one set, and that lighting fixture looks very familiar to a certain idol group that did a PV with orchestral backing just like this and a band just like this. It's a certain group called Bish. They did a song called Orchestra and a PV called Orchestra, which looks awfully familiar to this kind of setup where the string people are sitting randomly in the back and then there's a band and then there's a circular light fixture above them, which looks awfully familiar. I'm going to go double check now. But this entire PV takes place in one set.
Yeah, it's got that blue-gray color to the entire set, which I'll never quite understand why the floor and the walls are the same color. But okay.
Yeah, it's a very plain studio.
They've got this, live musicians set up, but you can tell, 90% of them Uh, the instruments are from the keyboard in some synth format, except the drums. The drums are maybe,
I mean, the guitar's there.
but the guitar is like really mixed really low.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's really quiet. Yeah,
Really quiet.
I mean that comes with this territory of the passcode music, right? That their music that they kind of established alongside, like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, is that the main melody is provided by the keyboard synth sounds, while the
Yeah.
guitar is basically secondary and becomes like a rhythm instrument. While
Yeah.
most rock bands, it's usually the guitar that provides the main instrumental melody. And if your band does have a keyboard, yeah, maybe your band will use the keyboard as the main melody. But in this kind of rock music, it usually didn't have the synth until, those bands came along, and then PassCode did it for idols, basically.
Wow. And I thought I had issues with like classical music mixing some of the or not being well mic'd. I couldn't even tell that they were playing.
The strings,
Yeah,
yeah.
the violins and the cello. Yeah, I could not tell that they were playing.
Yeah.
So what's the point of having them?
I don't know. There's a certain point where the strings do come in, and then the synth keyboard kind of goes away, and then also the guitar seemingly goes away. It's barely audible. So all I basically hear is a lot of drums and then slightly strings.
It's almost more like a whine than actual strings.
Yeah.
It's kind of just this one note, one frequency that you hear, and then
Yeah.
you got fireworks around them for absolutely no reason.
Yeah. I mean, this PV really doesn't have anything going on, and I feel like they did a similar setup in Axis, where it's just one room and performance in the back. So
I don't remember. I don't remember most of the passcode PVs that I've seen.
yeah,
Um,
they're not great.
Most of the ones I can recall were like a live setting. Whether they were actual concerts or just filmed in that type of way, I don't remember. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
So I really like the idea of this song, like the melodies and stuff like that. But the autotune and the just synth is
yeah,
just too much for me. If this song was just drums, guitar, bass, some strings, and regular ass vocals without autotune, I would love the song, I think. Because I can hear a good melody in there. Like, there's a hook there. But, like, the autotune makes it so I don't want to, like, re-listen to it, you know?
yeah. Yup. No, I'd agree with that. David autotuned the screaming, didn't they?
Maybe, I don't know.
And that's something they haven't done before. Not noticeably, anyway. Not with this, like, almost robotic type overlay to the voice.
But, I mean, this is better than... Remember when they first started autotuning?
Yeah.
Where it was just auto-tuned to death, where you couldn't tell what they were saying, and then on top of that, I think there's one or two songs they're all singing in English, so the pronunciation was kind of rough, so you couldn't tell what they were saying at all because of that and the auto-tune.
And it was mixed really low into the instrument.
Yeah,
so
that
you could
too.
barely hear it.
Yeah, that was awful. That was terrible. Why
Yeah,
they would do
they've
that?
improved, but I'm still not down for this vocal treatment.
Yeah.
Um,
God, just take the auto-tune out. It would sound just fine without the auto-tune. But then again, I guess they lose their identity if they do that. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anything else on this?
No.
All right,
Um,
rate it.
I think I'd shelf both. The PV's well shot. It's got a good camera. That's never been an issue with passcode. It's just really boring. Um, yeah, and the song it's not my type of metal or rock or whatever overarching genre you want to put it into. So I wouldn't go back and listen to it. That and the autotune is just no.
Yeah, I think this is a borderline playlist for me as a song. I I don't know. I probably have to listen to it a little bit more, but I really like the melodies going on here. I think it's catchy. Just the autotune is a turn off for me, as always. So I'll just shelf it. Maybe I'll like it more down the road, but I kind of doubt it. PV, this is a borderline dump. I'll shelf it. It's not terrible or not like bad, so I'm not gonna dump it. But yeah, it's not interesting, and I like the outfits though. It's not bad. All right, let's passcode Ray. Next up, Momoiro Clover Z. Song's called Clover to Diamond. Clover and Diamond.
Oh man, does this make you feel old?
Everything about what we're doing right now makes me feel old. Yes, not just Momoclo.
It's hard to believe that they've been around for 10 years already.
It's insane. Yes, it's actually insane.
And this is their celebration, their best of 10 years.
Isn't it some shit that Momoka couldn't wait to get out of Momoclo? That she was like, oh, the 10-year anniversary is coming up in 4 months. Fuck that. I don't care. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
that's a statement on how unhappy Momoko was. I think we've heard rumors about how unhappy she was in Momoclo, right? I think you told me about him. How she was kind of like always the one that stood out because she didn't fit in with the other 4 members and stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah, she was always like the one that was studying instead of messing around.
Right.
During practices, or if there was a break, she was like studying or coursework or whatever she was doing,
right,
stuff. But she was also like the vocalist of the group, which was
right.
Yeah, but I understand why she left. I mean, she's been in the entertainment industry in some form since she was a baby.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I can
literally a baby.
Yeah, 1 year old. She was doing baby modeling.
Right.
And then she was in Exile and all this other stuff up until Momoclo, and then it's just like, yeah, I can understand why she would want to leave after 20 years of the business,
She probably doesn't know what it feels like to live as a normal person, so.
23 years in the business.
Jesus.
God, yeah.
Yeah, so this PV is supposed to celebrate 10 years, but I don't really get that feeling.
I got the same thing. I was watching this and I'm like, there's no references, there's no throwbacks, there's no callbacks. It's just them in like a really pretty set with pretty dresses and a ballad song.
And you know what though? I think the song gives me like a reminiscent feeling. The song kind of feels like, hey, it almost feels like a graduation song. Do you remember that song by, what is it, Vitamin C? That song came up in my head. It was about graduation or something, and I feel like that's the song that everyone thinks of for graduation, and it feels like this, I think. I don't remember. Shit. I have to go look that up.
But I get what you're talking about. It definitely has that feeling of, like, reminiscence, something that you might do at a graduation or something like that, yeah. But there's just, I don't know. I feel like they missed the mark on the video.
As a 10-year anniversary, or just in general?
No, as a 10-year anniversary. Well, in general too, because the first half of this video is, well, not even half. It's like almost the entire song. It's up to like 4 minutes before it switches over to the more pop, upbeat, party.
It switches with the song, right? The song goes from like the folksy pop song that's really like quiet and subtle into this, I don't know, semi-electro samba thing.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going samba because visually they
Yeah,
dress up in samba like carnival outfits. So
yeah,
the beat is definitely reminiscent of samba. So I'm gonna call it electro samba.
yeah.
But yeah, this set turns into
CG.
there's some CG Dempagumi paint splashing, and then bunch of
There's a boat.
people. Yeah, there's a boat. There's a bunch of people dressed up in crazy neon colors dancing around them,
Which
and
is very Momoko.
yeah, which is fine, but it still feels small in scale
Oh yeah, yeah.
because they open up the set and it's like, oh, it's big. No, it's not. It still
No,
looks
it's
like a
not.
set. It's like a narrow set. Like, oh, we fit like
It's
100 people in here. Well, that's cool, but it still looks very confined.
yeah, it's really narrow. It's like the five of them standing side by side is enough to cover the almost entire space.
I feel like this is one of those PVs like if you're trying to celebrate 10 years with like effort, you do something a little bit bigger just in
Yeah,
scale, or
yeah,
maybe do like a stadium, you know?
yeah.
Fill an entire stadium up of extras and blow it out.
Yeah,
That's
you wouldn't
probably
even have to
too
try.
grandiose, but yeah.
And I don't think you'd have to try very hard to fill a stadium with
Yeah, I
people.
mean that this issue at that point becomes like, do you invite fans into it? But then that turns into just a live performance shot video, which I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of. I don't want that either. I also don't want a fucking 5 minute montage video of them like in rehearsal clothes and hugging because that's what Momotamai does, and
Mhm.
and Shori's eating and Ayaka's eating and Kanako's making faces. I don't know. And then
I could watch 5 minutes of somebody eating.
yeah, but like in a music video though,
Yeah.
this is what I expect from a 10-year anniversary Idol music video is like reminiscing. Hey, remember the good old days? Ha ha.
I
Brown
think it
sepia
would
tone
be.
footage.
I think it would have been better if they had done like some outfit changes, brought in the outfits from the old songs, like Momoiro Punch and stuff,
I would.
and recreated the scenes.
I think it would be cool if they did that and like did the choreo to like Chai Max while they were still singing this song. I think that would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, that would
Or
be yeah.
or even like having the background dancers, because there's a bunch of background dancers even in the beginning.
Yeah,
Have them dress up in Momoclo outfits. How about that?
yeah,
That would be kind of cool.
yeah. I could go for that too.
They just come out in the stupid Otome Senso outfits and they have like Dragon Ball goggles on and they look
Hmm.
ridiculous, but the Momoclo members are still wearing a white dress.
The D's the Z Den Den no Setsu outfits.
Oh, the
Uh,
helmet.
yeah.
Stupid motorcycle helmet.
The Kuma outfit.
Yeah,
The
it's like a
Kuma
it's like
robot.
a bear astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so stupid, but it's amazing.
Or the ninja outfits from Dino Jinja.
Dina Junjo, yeah. Yeah. They
Yeah,
have some amazing like dumb outfits
oh
that are
yeah.
iconic. So even recently their outfits
Oh
are
yeah.
iconic. Like We Are Born is iconic.
Mhm.
Their Sailor Moon stuff is awesome. It was like faithful and accurate, and they looked ridiculous with the hair, but whatever.
Even the outfits from Decoration.
Decoration's great.
Was
The
Decoration the one with the trucks?
Yes, the jumpsuits.
Yeah. Didn't they have a Yankee type? Or no? Well, yeah. The the long trench coat type outfit. In that one or the golden one?
Golden History.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they had
remember.
they've had awesomely dumb outfits, and
Yeah.
if it's a celebration of their 10-year history, maybe show a little bit of, the past, but they didn't.
Nope.
But I don't think this is a bad PV though. I just think they could have used a bigger set. The ending kind of kills it when they reveal how small the set is.
Wow, this is 3 discs long.
The best of album.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, I can't read all these names, but I recognize most of them.
I would hope so.
I should know them all, but I don't recognize all the kanji for him. But most
And
of them are.
they are songs I recognize. Oh, such great hits as Showy Shao and Blast. You can't miss those
Uh,
hits.
Shao. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, there's some good stuff in there. But and I mean, they do have the crazy outfits at the end.
Yeah.
But they're new outfits. They're not. They're
Throwbacks.
not throwbacks.
Yeah.
So.
It's alright. This whole thing is alright. It's better than Showy Shao for me. So.
Yeah.
You want to rate it?
It's a good. I would. Oh, this is a tough one because the song's not.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, but it's not something I would normally consider for a playlist. Yeah, I'd put this song on a playlist. It's definitely better than some of the more recent stuff that they've done. So I could definitely see that. The PV, I think I'd shelf the PV. Other than them looking good, there's really not much to it.
Yeah, I also don't think the lighting is very good for the entirety of the PV, so it just looks off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe a little Japan filter in there.
Yeah, it just doesn't look natural. I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to not ask for in something like this, but just the lighting looks weird to me. Like there's some shadowing moments randomly, and there are moments where they look really pale. So it's just a mixture of inconsistent lighting, I guess.
Yeah.
I will shelf the song and PV both. This is definitely a borderline playlist. I think it is catchy, but it's really long, and I also kind of want, because the song is sort of split into two parts, because the first part of the song is very laid back folksy pop, and then the second half is like this energetic samba electro thing. I kind of want them separated, They do the same melodies, but I'd rather have them do two separate songs with each style.
Yeah.
So this song feels too long for me. Yeah, the PV's okay. It's at least interesting. It's not boring.
So they did another re-recording of Ikaze Kaito Shoujo.
Uh-huh.
And it's the ZZ version. The ZZ version.
What does that mean?
It means Momoko's gone.
Oh. But everything else, Akari and Momoko are still in it.
No, the Z version of Ikaze it didn't have Hayami in it.
No. I mean like the other songs.
Maybe.
Because remember when they did what's that song?
Because I don't think they, unless they re-recorded for this album, I don't think they ever re-recorded Pinky Jones or Milai Bowl.
Remember they re-recorded Zeta Densetsu? Was it Zeta Densetsu? Where they're like, oh, we have to skip Akari and say Ayaka now or something.
Yeah.
Or elongate Ayaka.
They put Blue in, but then they just kind of filled it with like a silence or a gasp.
Right. I forgot what song it was, but
that was Z Densetsu.
It was, right? Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think they ever re-recorded like Mamita Punch or Mirai Susume. Chimax. Yeah.
Because I will only accept Chimax with Hayami Akari rapping.
Yeah.
That's that's the right version of Chimax. All right. That's Momoclo, Clover Toe Diamond. Next up, Yudamerimo, You'll Melt More. Cross Dotama. The song's called Freestyle Zembu.
Freestyle Zembu. This is... I don't know what to make of this song.
It is Japanese pop rap as fuck.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like Ketsumeishi Rip Slime. It's that kind of rap where it's I am singing this song to you and rapping, but it's like more of a pop song rather than a rap song. You know, that thing.
Yeah. It's it's very smooth.
Lazy as usual
Yeah.
with You'll Melt More.
And very laid back and relaxed and just it's got a smooth groove to it. Although I think Dotama kind of throws that off.
I mean, he's the sole reason the song exists.
I know, but it just I don't know. It feels like he ruins the groove for me. It's not a bad song though.
No, it's not bad. My first impression wasn't great, but the more I listened to it, I was like, okay, I'm warming up to this. So
Yeah.
initially, I was like, okay, this is some cheesy Japanese ass rap. The stuff that
Yeah.
you see on the Oricon charts. I'm not talking about like actual rap. This is the mainstream kind of Japanese rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this Dotama dude, I guess he's some rapper. I listened to his other stuff. He sounds very much like this, but his music is a little more lively. This is, I guess, fitting You'll Melt More's style.
Huh?
He's a little more upbeat in his
Yeah.
other music. Like, it's just musically different for this. He's got this weird voice that sounds like a Japanese train conductor. That kind of, you know, the train man who announces the next destination in a Japanese train. He has that nasal tone to him, so it's kind of unique to hear. So I'm curious to check out his other works aside from the one that I checked out.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the song. I was watching the video and I'm like, why is now like the only one that has facial expressions?
Who?
Is it now? No, what?
Now?
What's her name? What's her? Oh god, I'm terrible with names.
Yes, you are.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
I had the right.
She's the
letters
only
in there.
one?
She seems to be the only one that's making like intentionally making like expressions.
I mean, that's her shtick, right? She makes those crazy faces and stuff, so I feel like that's part of it. Part of the
Maybe.
Ano experience. Everyone else is kind of doing the, you know, hey, you know, what's up, yo?
Yeah, it's I don't know. Did they just look plain? Where Anna is like sticking her tongue out, and she's got good expressions.
Yeah, she always has, and I agree that her stuff stuck out a little bit more, but like I feel like Catch On had some good moments on the roof, so I don't know. Yeah, but Ano for sure seemed the most expressive in
Yeah.
this.
I don't, it stood out to me.
Yeah. Yeah, this PV's just, hey, we're just hanging out in the city, but like they're all separate. So like Dotama's by the beach or he's by the ocean. Catch On's on the roof. Ano's just like inside on a staircase. Yonapi's just hanging out in front of trains. So they're just in random locations, and at the end, it culminates into, hey, it's 8 o'clock at night. Or 10 o'clock according to the clock on the Ferris wheel. They just hang out in front of a Ferris wheel that's all lit up. It looks cool, and they do the last chorus together.
Yeah, it's a lazy Sunday in Japan, and they just decided to record a video.
Yep, it does. I mean, they put that bloom filter on top, makes it even look kind of foggy and lazier than it would, you know? It's a very lazy-ass song and PV. Like, not lazy as in there's no effort, right? It's just that it's that feel. It makes you feel lazy, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And I just realized today's Saturday, and I have another day off tomorrow, so I feel really good right now.
Yeah. The one's in front of a temple. That's where she's at.
Uh-huh.
I found it odd that they recorded the drone shot, or that they put it in with the drone shot being backwards. They actually reversed the footage.
Yeah. I noticed the train going backwards. Was that the train? Yeah, I think it was a train or a car going backwards.
The cars.
So, yeah.
So it's like, interesting. I'm not sure why, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this PV is not very interesting, but I think you add the Dotama guy, and it adds a little bit more to it. Because if it was just the members, then it's like, okay, it's just the members hanging out and not really doing anything. But, like, adding this guy into it adds a little bit more elements.
Doing nothing?
Doing nothing, but it's more things to look at.
Okay, he's driving a car.
Yeah, he is driving I believe it's a Mini Cooper, yes.
Convertible.
Yeah, fancy. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad PV, but it's not a great PV either. It's there. It services the song, I think.
Yeah, I found myself wanting to see more Anna, so.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's basically why I watch the PVs, is to see her. So, yeah, I'm biased.
Yeah, I'm sure. The song is pretty good, so we've already discussed it, I think. What it sounds like, at least.
For as, like, slow as it is, it's really catchy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like, the Oricon charts, Japanese Oricon charts, the rap songs that end up on the Oricon charts are songs like this. So, it's not a surprise that it's catchy, I think. They have that formula down in Japan.
So, I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'd put the song on a playlist, and I'd probably shelf the PV. There's not enough going on, and there's not enough that the members themselves are doing to really make me want to watch it again.
Yeah, I agree with that. I will playlist the song and shelf the PV. That's Yudamerimo, Cross Dotama, Freestyle Zembu. Next up, YUZUKINGDOM. Roskill Lover? Lavender? Roskill Lavender?
I don't know what Roskill is, but Roskill.
I don't know.
However you might pronounce that.
So this is Yuzuki from Qwol. She, I guess, got a backing band, or a actual band called Bloodstained Child. And, yeah. So this is her debut into Japanese post-hardcore music.
It's actually the second single.
Oh, she's done more?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
I was in... It's not... I don't think the other one was that long ago.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I guess it was 3 months.
Okay. So it was recent. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I didn't either. I'm like, who is this? But yeah, it came out in February. Called Eyes Shut Tightly.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't actually look up. I probably should have. I was curious to see if Bloodstained Child was an actual band, and they were just like collabing, or. It looks like they're a band.
Yes. Bloodstained Child.
That's been around since about 2000.
Wow.
So.
This song sounds like a band called High and Mighty Color, which was around several years ago.
Well, the band formed under the name Vision Quest in '99, but reformed under the name Bloodstained Child in 2000.
Edgy.
And they've had more members than I care to count.
So yeah, Yuzuki, she's probably the second best singer in Kyul, maybe.
Not that you can tell.
Yeah, sure. Monaco is probably perceived as the best singer because she sings the most amount of lines in Kyul. But I never liked her voice because it's very whiny.
Mm.
It's probably the whiniest voice in idol music, so Yuzuki provided a separate kind of tone to Kyul's music. And she shows it here, but I don't think her vocals are all that great to begin with, though.
Well, I think there's a little too much auto tune on her vocals in parts of this song.
Yeah,
So,
there's some. Yeah.
the other song, I closed it now. Silently Cry Tears or something like that. Eyes Shut Tightly, that's it. She actually does more screaming than singing. Along with this other girl, Saika.
Right.
Which I thought was interesting that she decided to go screaming for the first one.
You sure it wasn't the other girl?
No, it was both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were actually screaming together. Which I thought was interesting. There's some she does singing in there. I'm not real hot on Saika's screaming, growling, whatever you want to call it. But it's okay. This is what Lady Baby should have been.
I don't need any more things to sound like this. Like, the synth incorporation makes it sound like
yeah.
PassCode, you know, the autotune sort of makes it sound like
Yeah.
PassCode, and yeah, I
Yeah.
don't need any more of this style.
Yeah, I can see that, but I think it would have been better if like Ray or Ray had been the one doing the screaming instead of Lady Beard.
That's if she can scream.
Yeah, or had somebody else in there to do it besides Lady Beard.
Yeah. So I don't think the song is all that catchy, honestly. It's well done. Like, the instrumentals are solid. I don't have the issue with the screaming as much as you do, but
I just don't find it all that appealing.
yeah, I mean, I think it's serviceable, and the song is serviceable, but the melodies aren't very. I'm not drawn to it, so.
Yeah, no, me either. I'm not. I haven't been drawn to most of the modern, current rock, metal scene. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we grew up in a different time, so
yeah,
it's hard to relate, especially rock, because rock is the genre that is very dear to my heart, you know? And I think it is for you too, so we have certain expectations.
yeah. I think it's nice that Yuzuki wrote the lyrics for the song. It's good to see that she's able to expand out from Kuel
Yeah.
and do other things. So I can't say what the quality of the lyrics are, but
You know,
yeah,
things breaking and being emotional.
yeah.
Yeah. This PV is just random shots of things around her.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no specific theme to it. There's a point where I believe it's Psycho, right?
Yeah.
She's holding a baby doll, and it's like trying to be very edgy.
Yeah.
It's just a very typical what you would expect music videos of this genre to be when they have embraced like gothic culture.
Yeah.
the
It's
dichotomy of black and white. You know, it's the
yep.
concept of evil and good.
There's a random shot where she's in the forest and she picks up an acorn, and then it cuts to the scene you were talking about with Psyche and the baby doll,
Yeah,
and it's just like, okay,
it doesn't
I
make
guess.
any sense.
Yeah, there's shots of Yuzuki on the beach, in a house, in a bird cage. Yeah,
I
it's very just kind of random.
like none of this is one of those situations where none of the visuals like resonate with me, so
Yeah.
it's hard for me to feel invested or
But
positive.
I'm sure somebody could watch this and go, oh, it's got this massive deep story and all this other stuff, and I'm just like,
Uh,
yeah, okay.
yeah, I'll take their word for it.
I love this one comment. I love it. Her vocals sound divine. I don't know who they're talking about, but okay.
I'm assuming Yuzuki.
Or Saika. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, this is a Yuzuki thing, so I don't have anything else on this.
I don't either.
You want to rate it?
I would. I'd shelf this. I probably wouldn't listen to this, and I definitely wouldn't watch it because there's not anything there for me to watch.
I think I will shelf the song. The PV, I'd dump it. It's just the intent, the imagery does nothing for me, and it kind of comes off try hard. Like they're like, oh, we gotta be edgy, guys. That's sort of how it comes off to me. So it's well done. Don't get me wrong, it's well done, but it's just like, oh, this random shot of a hand spinning, like that's what. So yeah, dump the PV. All right, let's use a Kingdom Roskill Lavender or Roskill Lavender. And last but not least, CHERRSSEE. The song's called Piano.
So would we call this JK pop?
Yes. It's Japanese K-pop.
Just kidding. Oh
No. The
really.
JK also stands for Joshikosei, so they're not in high school, I don't think, so.
Oh,
But
this
is
is
JK pop.
this is so K-pop.
Yeah, so the producer's Brave Brothers. He does a whole bunch of groups. You guys can look him up if you're curious.
Yeah, you'll know, like, if you're into K-pop at all,
You'll
You'll
recognize them all. Yeah, basically. So he's a very established K-pop producer, and he's like, oh, I want to make a Japanese K-pop band, and here we are. So these are apparently Japanese girls because they sing in Japanese and they have Japanese names or nicknames at least. And this music is K-pop as hell.
I swear to God, that opening, I know that's from another song.
I wouldn't doubt it, man.
I cannot remember which song it is. And
Yeah.
the chorus of the second verse at 2 minutes
That would probably be the second verse.
really reminds me of another song. There's like a lot of things that you listen to it and you go, yeah, that's... You know it sounds like something else, but you can't quite place it.
But you know what, though? Like, it's refreshing to hear this K-pop style with Japanese lyrics. Because you don't really hear that unless a Korean group that is huge decides to debut in Japan and they do Japanese songs.
Yeah.
So it's really refreshing to hear this kind of music with Japanese lyrics.
Unless it's like, you know, that group that you've listened to in Korean for so long, and then you listen to the Japanese version, it's like,
Right, but
no,
then
that
you
doesn't
can
sound right.
you can always go back to the Korean version though.
Yeah.
That's not to take away from the original version though. This also doesn't have an original version aside from this version, so
Yeah,
it's fine. But
this is the original version,
right.
So
It's not like, I mean, maybe they will make this into Korean and perform it in Korea at some point. Maybe, you never know. But
maybe
You know, there's a possibility because there are some moments where I do hear like awkward elongation or shortening of Japanese words, so it fits into the melody. So I feel like this Brave Brothers guy writes the songs in Korean and has someone maybe go over it to put Japanese words and try to make it fit into Korean for song in Korean. So there are some awkward moments, but it's nothing like weird or bad. It's noticeable at times.
Yeah.
But that makes it unique for me. Like whenever I hear, a Korean song get remade into Japanese, I'm like, okay, that part sounds a little weird or different. But I never like dislike it, So
Well, you listen to Blackpink's Japanese stuff, and you know it's different because the rap is translated to English.
right.
Instead of Japanese, they go from Korean to English.
Mm-hmm.
And they always keep the name of the song in Korean. So,
But I think Blackpink's Japan re-recordings are actually like really good.
yeah, they're pretty good.
They're the best. I think they're the best I've heard recently, at least. I can't name all the ones I've heard recently, but it's better than Twice's re-TTing,
Momoland's Boom Boom's not bad.
I haven't heard that. I've heard of Boom Boom, but I haven't heard of the Japanese version of Boom Boom.
Well, they're debuting in Japan
That's cool.
next month,
Okay,
I believe.
cool.
But yeah. Even the PV is very K-pop.
Is it the outfits?
The outfits, the makeup,
Oh, man.
the dancing.
Yeah, the dancing's for sure, yeah.
It's very K-pop.
Yeah, those outfits are very K-pop. In a good way.
Yeah, I mean they look great.
They look great. It's like a short one-piece dress thing.
I think it's a skirt.
Yeah, I can't tell if I think it's a one piece. It's not
Well,
it's not two pieces.
No, I guess
but
they're short. It's not skirt.
they look like dresses, so I can't tell.
Kinda, yeah.
It's kind of dark.
In the dance. Which outfits you talk about?
The main dance outfits.
The ones at the beginning, the black
Yeah,
ones.
the beginning. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was
Yeah.
talking the uniform ones.
The slutty waitress outfits.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. So we were talking about two different ones.
Yes.
Yeah, the black outfits, the all black ones, they look like a dress.
Yeah. I mean, even the secondary outfits in the second half of the PV, they're cool too. I like the bows. It's a nice touch. One of them's wearing a lifting belt. I don't know why. Guess she does some lifting,
She doesn't skip leg day.
Yeah. No, that's a corset, I think. But
No,
it's kind of a weird.
corsets are bigger.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that's what they're going for is like a corset looking belt, I guess, because it's massive. That thing is huge.
But corsets also contain a brassiere.
Right. No, you can have the ones that lift up
But-
just inside. It's not supposed to be shown, I think.
That depends on your taste in fashion.
Right. So this is like fake fashion. So
I've seen plenty of people wear them on the outside, but
yeah. So this PV is kind of boring. There really isn't much aside from the members dancing, so
which is very K-pop.
yeah. No, but you have those K-pop like PVs where it's like, "Hey, we're in pajamas and we're having a pajama party." I mean, this is not the song for it, I guess.
The K-pop sets are generally more interesting.
Yeah, the sets are usually.
That's the thing with this one. The sets are very bland.
This is a Japanese PV.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got the bars at the top and bottom for reasons that nobody understands.
Just because.
Reasons.
The reasons we don't know.
Yeah.
No one will ever know.
Yeah. But I mean, other than them dancing in this huge house and then like leaning on a piano, and some shots around the house in, I don't know, more dress wear. And then the dance outfits and the blouse and shorts in front of the forest inside the house. There's not a lot of variety.
No, and they're not doing anything, and there's nothing interesting and going on in the background, so it's very light in terms of intrigue. It's just you're here to stare at the members dance at this point, which is fine. They're great looking, so no complaints from me.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's shot well. It's well lit, which is something Japan has trouble doing.
There is a little bit of
bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well lit. Like there's no shadows or anything. It just looks faded a little bit because of filters.
Well, that I think there might be a little too wide an aperture or something where there's just too much light.
It's like there's a slight fog machine in the set.
Yeah.
You know?
That too. Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I mean this is okay. Yeah. Now we set the precedent on talking about Japanese K-pop groups.
But this is actually Japanese. It's not like Twice, who's
no,
like Korean.
Right, but then it includes like Japanese girls, and then we have groups that are like foreign girl groups that are trying to make it in the Japanese idol scene. So it's like it's hard to kind of make that distinction, but yes, this is Japanese original pop song by Japanese people.
Yeah, I mean, technically, What Is Love, I believe, is a Japanese original.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
And it's got Japanese members in the group.
Yep. That's always the argument. That's why we've always thought about talking about certain Twice things, but yeah, we're like, that's a... You know, what if Blackpink decides to release a Japanese-only song, or, you know, other groups decide to release Japanese-only songs, so...
Blackpink's got to release a song, period.
Yeah, that's true. I would take their music in, like, Latin at this point, you know? It's just like, even in a dead language, I'll take a song by Blackpink at this point.
Yeah, I'd take a freaking song from them in Sanskrit.
Yeah. They don't have to sing. They can just dance into music, and I'll take it at this point. So...
apparently, they're... YG's promised they'll be back in June.
So, like...
We'll see.
A full year after they released As If It's Your Last. Yes. Because I'm pretty sure that came out in May or June.
Yeah,
or July.
Like June 5th, I think.
Yeah, so
something like
it's
that.
a full year. And that single was one song. There was no B-sides, right? I don't remember any.
They've got 5 songs.
Right. How are they so popular with 5 songs? It's insane.
Because those 5 songs are really, really good.
I mean, they're really good, but like, what if they just break up? You know, like it's sad.
But apparently,
to think about.
Jenny's having some issues with remembering the lyrics.
Oh God, please no. It's the weed.
It's something.
Yeah. All right. You want to rate it?
I'd put this on a playlist. I still don't know why it's called Piano, but hey, you know.
You know, there's a piano in the background, so visually there's a piano.
Yeah.
The song, I can't tell you why the song's called Piano.
And I'd probably shelf the PV. It's a nice looking PV, but I mean, they are just dancing.
Yep.
So.
I will give the PV a shelf. Yeah, I'll shelf it. I mean, the members look good. The outfits are really nice. The locations are pretty cool, but just not super interesting.
Bland.
Yeah, just there's no intrigue aside from the members, so yeah, it's missing something.
I would have loved to have seen more of that, like, forest.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever that is.
It looks like a fake thing, though.
Maybe. I don't know.
It looks like a weed garden. Someone's grow operation being revealed in the background. Fucking God. Miu looks fantastic. Just saying. I already have an Oshi. Her name's Miu. She's done some gravure work already, so it's out there. Go check her out. She looks great. Actually, I'm looking at this right now. There's a girl named Lena, and she's from Thailand, so we can't talk about them anymore. She's the main rapper. We can't talk about it anymore. Fuck. God
There
damn
was
it.
rapping?
And there wasn't rapping in this one, no.
I was gonna say, did I miss something?
No, not in this one. I will play this song. It's really catchy, actually. It takes a couple listens to get into, I think, but once the melodies kind of dig in, it's really catchy. So, all right, let's CHERRSSEE Piano. It's spelled CHERRSSEE, but pronounced Chelsea.
Cheers.
All right. First time I saw that title, the group name, I was like, CHERRSSEE? CHERRSSEE? Yeah. Okay.
Cher.
Then Cher, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's really big in K-pop. All right, so that's all the PVs we're gonna talk about. Let's pick the MVPV. What's your top 2, man?
I probably You'll Melt More and Chelsea.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
You have a winner? Or is it just really close?
Yeah, it's really close on these two, because... Yeah, damn.
I think I like Piano by CHERRSSEE slightly more as a song, but I also like You'll Melt More's PV slightly more.
Yeah, the PVs are kind of a wash for me.
It's basically a wash, but if I were to nitpick, I would say You'll Melt More's PV is a little more fun to watch.
It's got more locations.
Yeah.
A little more diversity.
More variety, stuff going on. CHERRSSEE is just, hey, will you stare at my ass while I twerk, right next to the piano? That's sort of that PV, so not complaining, but it's not full of variety.
I think I have to go with CHERRSSEE. I think I see myself listening to it more.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think... I definitely like CHERRSSEE's song more than You'll Melt More, but I don't like You'll Melt More's PV enough that I would go watch it a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While CHERRSSEE's PV is not great, but it's it's not like I was gonna watch that PV a lot anyways. So feels like the PV is definitely a wash. So
yeah, I think I'd rather listen to piano than freestyle.
Yeah.
I think I'd get tired of listening to freestyle faster. God, that would have gotten annoying if they'd repeated that.
They say it a lot. Just saying. They split it up into parts within a span of 5 minutes or whatever. But they say that a lot. And piano, as is with most K-pop song constructions, it's very short and to the point, which is the best thing about K-pop. At a certain point, is it's like, hey, here's all the melodies. You don't like it, go away. But if you do like it, here you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 minutes. It doesn't stick around.
It's short and sweet.
Than it needs to.
And my attention span is terrible, so short and sweet works better for me.
Yeah.
So, all right. CHERRSSEE's Piano is the MVPV of the week because of the song. It's really good. So, yeah. Don't forget to tune in every Saturday nights around 7 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/NewSchoolKaidan and youtube.com/NewSchoolKaidan. And follow us on Twitter at NewSchoolKaidan, me at YoshiRect, and Draco at Draco60. And our Discord channel is located at discord.me/NSK. Anything else, my friend?
We need to figure out when that 10th anniversary is coming up.
Why?
Because I'm pretty sure it's sooner than people realize.
Why, are you planning on something? You gonna get a cake?
No. Maybe, but no.
Maybe. All right. So, yeah, that'll do it for the show. Unless you have anything else.
No.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.